Attorney General's office now siding with a group aiming to recall Judge Aaron Persky. This is all after the Stanford rape case. Some people viewed Judge Persky as being too lenient in Brock Turner's sentencing. KPIX 5's Neda Iranpour is at the Santa Clara County Courthouse to explain.
The Attorney General's office and the Secretary of State filing a motion siding with the campaign to recall Judge Aaron Persky. As of right now, no judge here in this county will see this case. They've recused themselves because they're all colleagues, so now the court is looking elsewhere. Judge Aaron Persky facing more fallout and outrage after the Stanford rape case. A group gathering outside the Santa Clara courthouse wanting to push the judge out of his seat, trying to gather signatures for a petition to recall him. But Judge Persky filed a restraining order to halt their signature gathering efforts.
The point is to waste our time, waste our money, tie us up in the courts, and prevent democracy.
Stanford law professor Michelle Dauber, who's behind this campaign, claims Persky has shown bias in cases involving violence against women. She considers the 6-month sentence for Brock Turner far too lenient after he sexually assaulted an unconscious woman outside a Stanford fraternity party.
It's very upsetting to the women of this county that he is trying to silence us. I think sexual assault survivors are very familiar with the feeling of being silenced. This is just one more attempt by Judge Persky to further silence sexual assault survivors, and we're not having it.
Judge Persky argues because he's a state officer, California's Secretary of State, rather than the county registrar, should decide whether a recall effort can move forward.
Our role here today is to make sure that Judge Persky is treated fairly during these recall proceedings.
Meanwhile, Persky has hired Donald Trump's Arizona campaign director to manage his campaign, setting off even more fury.
And that tells you everything you need to know about Judge Persky's bias against women and his views on sexual assault.
But those who do not support the recall say Persky's sentence for Turner was lawful and followed a recommendation by the probation department. If this recall does in fact go through and they gather more than 90,000 signatures, this would come up in the June 2018 elections. In San Jose, Neda Iranpour, KPIX 5.